let's get started. Okay, so did you guys get a chance to see who my guest designer for my tag swap this month was? I know a bunch of you are part of it, so isn't that awesome? Robin from My Pink Stamper is the guest designer, and I know I feel humbled that she even accepted that she wanted to be my first guest designer, and I actually call her my first guest tag swapper because she's totally awesome, and I love making tags. And one of the challenges that I have is that I can cut anything and I can design anything, and I like using a lot of like vintage photos and stuff, but I really love having stamps that have really unique sentiments. So I thought it was perfect to have her stamp sets featured during this tag swap. And what was really awesome is that I wanted to incorporate a challenge this month. So I know there's a lot of folks that aren't able to be part of the tag swap because they feel there's just a lot to do. So I figured that I'd host the tag swap and I'd also do a challenge. So those folks that are not able to be part of the tag swap can create a tag and submit it on my blog and have a chance to win her stamp set. So this is the stamp set that I'm going to be giving. Well, she gave me to give away, and it's what is this called? The Winter Punnies, and it's just a lot of fun holiday sentiments. And the stamp sets are wonderful. I mean, they're crisp and they stick really well to your blocks. So I love this. And she has just some really sassy sayings in here, like hot chocolate soothes the soul, and there's no place like home. And what I thought would be fun this month, and this is not the tag that I'm making for everyone, but I wanted to kind of incorporate her image into the tag that I made. Do we need? No, absolutely not. You don't need to use her sets. That's not a requirement. Can the tagger still do it too? Yes, absolutely. The idea is that if you're part of the tag swap, all you have to do is post one of the tags that you made on my blog. And if you're not part of the tag swap, all you have to do is create one tag and include that on my blog. So and the good thing is that this tag swap is not, and the challenge is not like a one-day weekend thing. You have all month. So you have up until December 15th to put your tag up there. So I just wanted to be an opportunity to folks have quite a bit of a time to put it up there and not feel rushed, and still have a chance to win the stamp set. And not only that, and I'm not going to tell you exactly how much she's going to make because it's top secret, but for those folks who are going to be part of the tag swap, Robin has agreed to make personalized personalized tags with her stamp set for quite a bit of the people that are going to be part of the tag swap. So right now, I think we have about 38 people that are participating, and quite a bit of you are going to be getting her personalized tag, which she's also going to sign. So that's going to be really fun. So that's why I think it's even more awesome that she's agreed to do it, because I know she's really busy, and the fact that she's willing to make a tag for a lot of the folks that are participating, I think is really, really cool. So yes, Andy, you'll be getting one of Pink Stamper's signed tags if you're a part of it this month. And then one of the people that enter the challenge will also get the stamp set along with one of her personalized tags. So that'll be really cool. Okay, so this is what I did. This is not the one that I'm making for you guys, but if you guys want this one instead of the one that I did make, I'll send it to you. And it's kind of just, a Pink Stamper themed tag. And the theme is wishing you a pink winter wonderland. Because obviously, she's the Pink Stamper, so I wanted to incorporate pink into it. But again, I used a lot of pink in this one because I'm going to be sending this one to her. But you can use just as much pink as you want or as little pink as you want. And then I just, used her, you see the little snowflake stamps on the back, and I just embossed those with some gold embossing powder, and then I used my eye rocks to put some of their eye rocks on it, and then just some ribbon, and these are just simple circles which I distressed. So this was really, really fun. Each person makes 15 tags and sends them in, right? It's up to you how many you want to make, actually. I make one for every person that participates as well. So I think the most that I've had participate at one time have been about 37. We usually get a lot more people that say they want to do it, but they don't. They something comes up and they're not able to. But the good thing about this swap is that I don't partner anybody previously, because I don't want anyone to feel committed and pressured at any point. So what I do is I say you can make as much or as little as you want, as long as you don't exceed the number of participants. So I think the most that someone has made is probably 35, which is a lot, and I think they did that only once. But on average, most folks do just between 5 and 10. I think that's a good number because it allows for me to send you a pretty good variety of tags. Sometimes when folks do a lot more, and then I have folks that only make like 5 or 1 or 2, then I can only send those unique tags to that one person. So can you do it if you're in Canada? Absolutely. I have folks from Canada, I have folks from the UK, I have folks from Australia who participate, and I have no problem sending them to you. I don't think you're able to post in, well, Canada you may, no, actually you can't. In the UK you can't either, and what I've done is I just go to the post office, find out how much it is, let you know how much it is, and then you just send me the postage via PayPal. And on average, depending on how many you make, it's been between $5 and $10, so it's not really that bad. Yes, just do whatever you have time for. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to do more than you want. There's absolutely no requirements. Obviously, you need to make at least one. So yes, and you can make them different if you want. Okay, so now I'm yapping again. You guys are supposed to tell me, Jess, stop yapping, because every time you start yapping, then you never finish a project, and all we do is chat. So I want to show you really quick. Actually, the tag that I'm going to be doing for this tag swap is one of these, and it was kind of what inspired me to create the project for the Hellmark class on Monday. And it's basically this tag that's on here. And I know you'll say, okay, where's the pink? There actually is pink. That's flower. Was just like red tips with white. And I took my Lindy Stamp Gang, what are they called? Starburst stains, and I colored the edges of the flower in red. And then the inside has some glimmers of pink. So really, really subtle pinks, but it's in there. So, and I'm going to make a variety of them. This is going to be the 1 month when I don't make the exact same stamp. So, I'm sorry, not stamp, tags. So this is going to be one of them. And that was kind of what inspired me to make this project. And actually, I'm going to be making a bunch more of these because I've decided, remember how I was saying, I want to do something with my tags, but I don't know what to do with them. This is what I'm going to do. All of the tags that I received from the tag swap, I'm going to make kind of like themed mini albums, and I'm going to feature all the tags on one of the pages within here. So this is the mini album that I created, and this is what I'm going to be showing you guys on Monday during the Hellmark class. And let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. Sandy, that's going to be awesome. Big snowman. Thanks, Leslie, for sharing that. I think I'm going to set you up as one of my moderators because I know you're going to be here all night. So you can kick people out if they don't know how to behave. There you go. Now you have special power. So here it goes. And this is basically just chipboard and cardstock. That's all I used for this mini album. And it's an accordion fold mini album. So there's a tag on the front, and then it kind of looks like a book. So if you guys see, I'll put it here. It totally stands. It's sometimes mini albums need support, but this one doesn't need support. This one just stands perfectly because of the way that it's designed. And when you open it up, it opens up kind of like exactly what it is, an accordion mini album. Let me see if I can pan out a little bit just so you guys can see better. Maybe this way. There we go. Okay. So do you see how that works? And then inside here, it's kind of just a folding technique. And then I made all of these are just manila envelopes, which I've tucked into each of these folds. And on the outside of each of them, there's just a unique tag that I created for it. Yeah, and after I made this one, I'm like, oh my goodness, I could so make these for a bunch of my friends for the holidays. And I didn't put a lot of embellishments because I wanted this to be mini albums to be very vintagey, but also to be a lot more about the photos, because I feel sometimes when we make mini albums, we kind of forget that we need to put photos in it. So I left a lot of space for journaling and photos. So this is the tag on the outside, and then this opens up like this, and there's just like a border on here. And obviously on Monday I'll walk you through the whole thing. And then you can put a photo in here, you can stamp it up, whatever you like. And obviously you can do the same on the back. And then when you turn around this, and it's just a manila envelope which I cut in half and sealed. I put some paper here, so I'm thinking I'll probably put a photo here and then do some journaling on the red. So that's that. And I have a quick YouTube video that I did if you guys want to see a little bit more of the details. But again, really, really fun. And this is actually one of my favorite things on here is I used a lot of these pipe cleaners, and this is just a straight pipe cleaner, which I tied up and I turned into a candy cane. So I love how that came out. And you can get pipe cleaners anywhere, Walmart, Michael's, the craft section in Target. So really, really easy and cheap embellishments that you can make. Thanks, Leslie. Yeah, it's really, really fun. I've seen some like it, and I've tried them, and I haven't been able to figure them out. So I kind of made this one just by trial and error, and it worked out really well. So I'll show you exactly how to make this. The most important part is to know to do the accordion. Once you do this part of it, and it's actually very easy to do, everything else is super simple. And you can probably make a bunch of these and just package them up and give them as gifts for the holidays, or actually for anything. They're really, really cute. And I love the fact that, they do stand on their own, so you could put them even in a bookshelf. So really, really fun. So that's that. And then what else? What else do I have? I think that's all I have to show. Oh, let me show you the mini album. So this is kind of the reason why you guys are here, right? I'm going to show you how to make, let's see, this mini album right here. And this is probably, are the covers chipboard? Yeah, the covers are chipboard. The only thing on, and the backing of the tags is also chipboard, but you don't need to put chipboard because you're fixing them on the manila envelope, so you won't need that if you don't want to use it. Yeah, this is probably, I've been making mini albums probably not that long, probably just a couple of months now. It's become my new addiction. And every time I have to do a project, mini albums are the things that I like to do because I like the fact that you can incorporate a lot of different techniques in it and just have a lot of fun with them. I was so bored today, so I tried my hand in a duct tape wallet. Oh, wow, that's cool. So, and then one of the things too about my mini albums is that a lot of times I make them and I never put photos in them. And this one I actually completed from start to finish. So I had a lot of fun with this. And the reason why I did this one was because Imaginisc was one of the sponsors from my blog hop, and they donated the paper and the embellishments and the ribbons and the stamps that I used in here. And that's what I'm going to be giving away tonight. So I'm actually going to give away, and I'll show you exactly what the kit includes. The kit, I'll give you chipboard. I'm actually cut these out for you because I know not everyone has a Cricut and may not have this dinosaur cut, so I pre-cut it for everybody. Well, not for everybody, but for the person who wins it. I also pre-cut these, and I pre-stamped these for you because you may not have that stamp set. So everything that's literally the kit when you get it in the mail, all you're gonna have to do is kind of glue and journal on it. So really, really easy to do. Leslie, I think you have an official job now. You're like my official moderator. You're doing such an awesome job. Yes, Cindy. I thought I thought Danny said she was sober too. That's why I had to like read it again. uh, she just forgot to put a space between the so and board. Too funny. So this is the mini album, and kind of just opens up like this, and then it's just a bunch of pictures of my little pumpkin. And then these things right here, I don't know if you saw them in the video, but let me show you from the back. I did 3 circles here, and they have like these little claw type things that show. So kind of looks like the claws of the dinosaur. And then, no, it wasn't just you, Bronny. And then there's these tags that come out from inside the pages. So those are just kind of peekaboo tags. So that's kind of how it works. Oh, thank you. He's such a good boy. I love him. Oh, and Leslie's had the chance to meet him, so she's met my little monster. So let me show you what's going to come in the kit. The Imaginist stuff with it. So there's going to be this cute, what is this called? It's the Dino Roar collection, and this one's called Steggy, and it's a cute little, I guess, a Stegosaurus. And then here's some ribbon that's going to come in the kit as well. Really pretty. And what I love is it's very masculine. A lot of times they do things for boys that are just like really cutesy. And this is cutesy, but it's very appropriate for any age. And these are some fun, what are these called? Sticker stackers. And they're pretty much just journaling tags. And some of them you can just write on. And this thing, I know I didn't show you guys yet, but I will. Where did I put in? There I go, losing stuff again. At least I'm not butchering tags this time. Okay, so here we go. These stickers come in the package, and the packaging has this really cool printed background. This is what I use to create some of my own journaling spots. So you're not going to want to get rid of this background, because you can use this to make your own journaling text. And then here's your papers. Super, super cute. So here goes some of it. I'm not right in the camera. Okay, there we go. So there's that. And then these are all double-sided, so really fun. So you see one side is printed and the other side is like a texture. And this one looks kind of like burlap on the back. I don't know if you can see the details on it. And they all have like this glossy shimmer on them. Is this a kit that can be ordered somewhere, just what you put together? It doesn't come as a kit, but you can pick them up. Yes, if you go on Imaginist, you can find out what stores carry it. It's just a Dino Roar collection that they have, and I put the kit together for this project. And this is, see, this one can be cut into like just some borders. It's really fun. And again, on the back, it's just green with some zigzags, which is really cute. Jess has created a kit to win that has, yes. Everyone will get a chance to get a full kit in order to make the mini album that I'm going to make today. Isn't this awesome? And all of them are shimmery. And again, it's very masculine for a boy, but even the glossy accents are so cool. And that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a very thin coat of glossy accent. And then here goes this. And then this paper is super cute. Look at this. So it's a whole, and these, you don't have to make your mini album how I did. I'm going to provide you with the pieces for the one I made, but you can obviously use it however you wish. Yeah, this is awesome. And you see how there's so many different phrases on here? You can chop this up and make whatever you like. I mean, you probably create all kinds of phrases on your mini album if you like. So that's cute. And then the back of it, look how cute. just like different tones of browns with the dinosaurs. Yeah, this collection is super nice, and maybe next week I'll show you the Christmas one. I know I have a blog hop coming up on December 11th and 12th, and I'm away another kit then, and it's going to be a holiday collection, which is really cute. And here goes another one, just a whole bunch of dinosaurs, and these I kind of just cut out and put some zap dots underneath them and kind of turned them into like stickers. So this one I love. And then the back, again, it's kind of like a very burlappy red. Probably can't see the texture on that, but trust me, it's really cute. And then there's this one, which is actually one of my favorites. Look at this. How cute is that? Prehistoric, and it has some just like some palm trees and some volcanoes. Just really, really cute stuff. So that's going to be in the kit. Let me see. Let's put this in here. Because, of course, I'll end up wrinkling everything before you guys get it. So there goes that. You have the Sizzix Dino Steel Roll Dies. Oh, Leslie, I'm going to have to borrow that one. That sounds super duper cute. So here it goes. Let me just put them all in here because I don't want to lose anything. And then, obviously, I'm going to include, so the mini album is a 6x6 mini album. So I'll include some chipboard, and I'll include some just uncut chipboard, but I'll also include some that's already pre-cut to the size with some Stampin' Up! Paper that coordinates. And then here is the stuff that I cut out. So it's, where am I? The dinosaur, and then the layers for it, and then the chipboard cut out. Just in case you don't have this particular cartridge, you don't need to worry about it because I'll be giving it to you. And then also it's going to have some of these little envelopes because it's one of the things that I use inside the mini album. So you can use these. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. I'm not showing you everything that's going to be included, but some of the stuff that you saw is definitely going to be in there. All right. Isn't it cool? Yes, chipboard too. You'll get everything. Everything to make it will be in there. Like literally all you're going to need is to glue it up. Glue it up and not even really cut it up because I'm pretty much going to give you everything pre-cut, and I'll add extra stuff just so that you have it if you need it. So let me just zoom out and then we can get started. Do you guys want me to show you? Let's see. Let me just look at the chat for a minute. Don't have much. You don't need the machine, Sandy. I'll send it to you. Oh, Sandy, I'll send you the dinosaur cut in your tag swap because I know you don't have a Cricut, and yeah, I want you to be able to do it too if you can. I don't have any extra of the other stuff to send you, but I'll definitely send you this, and then you can get creative with your own stuff. So let me just zoom. Let me see how I do this. Zoom out, zoom in. Zoom out. Okay, that's zoomed in too much. Yeah, the dinosaur is really cute. I love the Create a Critter cartridge, and for those of you that are here and are interested in doing it, I cut the Create a Critter at 8.5 inches. So, and then this Dinomite, which is on the cover, and is also from Create a Critter, I cut it at 4.5 inches. So those are the sizes for that. I'm trying to get this thing to pan down so you guys are not staring at my assets. I had it at a point where it was working. Now it's not working. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. There we go. Sorry, again, I apologize for being technically challenged today. It's been a long week, just trying to get stuff together. So I'm just gonna get started and kind of go through it. And then if you guys have any questions, I'll be looking out to see what is going on here. I'm too zoomed in. Let me see if I can fix it a little bit more. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So kind of what I did just to get started is, this is the base of my album, so I just kind of covered it up, and no signs to this, just kind of glue as you go. And you can use anything you want. I'm just using Hallmark acid-free glue for this. I think it works really well to hold down the paper. So I'm just gonna smear along and see how it goes. And lately I've kind of been obsessed with looking at my cartridges and seeing what cuts I can use to make different mini albums. So I'm sure if you guys wanted to, you can easily just use this shape to make a mini album, which would be really fun. Are you still on shopping? Too funny. Well, you're not going to want to be on a shopping ban next week, because there's a whole bunch of companies that are going to have super colossal sales. And one of the companies that's having a super colossal sale is Lindy's Stamp Gang. They're going to be having a 35% off sale next week. Isn't that crazy? 35% off. So if you guys haven't tried their glimmers and their moon shadows and their stains, you need to try them out. And one of the things that they also have, and I haven't shown you yet, and here I go digressing again. Which Hallmark product is this? This is Hallmark acid-free glue. So this is perfect for laying down all of your bases. Lindy's Stamp Gang has these beautiful brass charms. And I actually just ordered these the other day, and I just ordered one pack because I wasn't sure whether I was going to love them. But look how cute these are. It's a brass butterfly. And what I love about them is that you can kind of bend them and make them look more realistic. So you see how I just kind of propped up the butterfly like that. And I'm going to show you a quick sneak peek. I won't show you the whole thing, but I'm working on a mini album because, of course, I made one for my daughter, so now I need to make one. I'm sorry, I made one for my little man, so now I need to make one for my teenage little boy and for my daughter. So this is what I'm making. And it says, "Thank you for Sister's Hue," and then inside the album is just going to have different things that coordinate with the saying. And it's just a muslin heart with a bunch of flowers and just cutouts and a fun Unity stamp set. So that's one of the mini albums I'm working on. And this is the butterfly that I put on here, and I just glued this with Hellmar's 450. And it's like, you're not moving this. This thing is stuck forever and ever. So that's a project that I'm working on. I'll show you guys the full project once it's done. And this is just, again, a bunch of just layering, so. And I'm so glad that I was able to do this class today, because I really like the way the album came out. So I know that I want to be able to give him one of the albums, and then I want to be able to save them. So this kind of save one. So this kind of gave me an incentive to create one for myself. So I'm thankful for you guys for watching tonight because you're helping me move along my projects. Oh, I actually forgot to do something. One of the things I did was I cut 2 little black circles and put them behind the eyes because sometimes I feel like with the Creative Critter cartridge, there's entirely too many layers and you don't always need all of those layers. So this is kind of like my cheater method. Just put the little black behind the eye and then we're done. So you no longer need to cut out that whole black shadow on the back to just get that one effect. What is the difference in using that versus 450? It says I do not. Yeah, there's a lot more layers for this, and I didn't think there was a need to do it, so I didn't do it. If the person that wins doesn't have a Cricut and they want all of the layers, I'll be more than glad to cut them for you. You just need to let me know. I just didn't think I needed them for this particular project, so I didn't do it. Yeah, save paper, definitely. I tend to be really frugal, and I wish I would have brought what I have downstairs, but there I go goofing it up. Let me get my little wipe. I went yesterday to a interior designs. Oh, maybe I should open it, then it'll work. An interior design kind of networking event in my town. And when I went to the back, it's kind of the place where I go to get like really unique trims and fabrics and kind of embellishments because they have all kinds of like knickknacks in this place. They had a box of like just random pieces of leather. And of course, I picked up a whole bag full of it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But of course, I needed a whole bag. So I have a whole bag of little scraps of leather. And they're pretty big. I would say they're like 8.5 by 11 size sheets of paper. And I'm going to make something. I'm sure it'll be a mini, but how do you try to win the kit? I'm going to be giving away close to the end of the show, so about 10-15 maybe. We'll pick someone. I'll come up with some kind of random question, and whoever comes closest to the number that's associated with that question wins. It's kind of the way we've done them in the past, and it's worked really well. It makes it really fair. So there goes a little eyeball. And you guys will notice that although the dinosaur doesn't show that much on the back, I did cover him completely on the back. I don't want it to look unfinished anywhere. I want it to look completely finished. So there goes that. I have to get my dear daughter in a bit. Don't worry, Lisa, we'll still be here. I see someone making, they have now. What are you guys talking about? I think I'm missing out on something. Baby Dino, aw. What I actually wanted to do was make a girl version of this mini album. I think that would be really cute. The only thing is that the Imaginist paper is very, it has very specific colors on it. But if you could find some other like polka dotty or striped papers, you can easily transform this into a girl's mini album. For sure. That would be really, really fun. So you see, I basically just cut out 3 layers. The background layer, which I cut in orange, then the top layer, which I cut in green, and then just this piece is where does it go? Did I put this on wrong? Oh no, there it goes. I'm like half asleep. And this piece that I just cut in orange. I didn't realize that this was the other arm of the dino. Put a little skirt on dino. Yeah, and a big giant bow and some really cute rhinestones for like earrings, and oh my god, it would be so stinking cute. big, or kind of make it look like a ballerina dino with like a little tiara and little tulle skirt. How cute would that be? So yeah, you can totally customize these as into any gender. What am I doing? I keep, oh, here we go. This is what happens when you're left-handed. You kind of get lost. Okay. Yeah, super, super cute. And one of the things that I put on here a lot is the little Imaginisc. And I keep forgetting, I actually wrote it down on the back because I'm horrible with names. They're called Glam Rocks, and they kind of look like little brads. So I put a bunch of those on here because it was really because they're not rhinestones. I thought it was really perfect for the boy album. So there goes that part of it. A diva down. Yep, that would be so cute. And then you guys know that I have to distress everything. So I just am using Tim Holtz Distress Ink and Vintage Photo, and I can't live without this. If you don't have any other Tim Holtz ink, this is the one that you need to get because it's just perfect to just add that very vintagey look to it. And I'm not adding a lot. I'm just kind of just dabbing around it just so I can give it a little kind of brownish tint. And then I kind of just rubbed it on top, like no particular way, just so he looked a little bit dirty. I think dinosaurs are not clean, so he needs to be a little grunged up. Your vintage photo is dried up. You know what? That's what I thought about mine too. But I don't know. Try it again. Do you have one of these little dabbers, Lisa? Because I find that sometimes it looks like it's dry, but it's really not. So there goes that. Let me just show you guys. So this is kind of what he looks like. Just a little messy little dinosaur. You're looking for ink refillers already and you haven't even used them yet? You're too funny. So then I took, here goes my eye rock. And I'm just going to put a few of these little brads on it. It doesn't matter what color. This particular set has just like bronzes and golds and silvers in it. And it comes with this little lipstick type applicator. And I just run it in water. Did I wet it? Yes. And that's what you use to just place them on your project. And it works really, really well. Yeah, in the beginning I wasn't really a big fan of it. I think it was more, I didn't know how to use it. And now I love it. I can't live without it. I use it for just about everything. And I kind of do everything at the end because I figured that once I'm done, I just glam it up. And my nails are not being very helpful today, but there goes that. And let's just put one here. So basically all you do is you just press on the button so it turns red. And I give it like 10 seconds so it can heat up. But as you're putting it down on the glam rock, you need to make sure that it's still red because that's the only way you know that it's still hot. So just put it on here. And you kind of, depending how long you've been holding it, you kind of feel it shift. And you know that it's already melting. You hold down on it too much, you'll find that the glue will seep out through the edges. You don't want that to happen. Although it kind of dries up clear, it still leaves like a little gooiness around it, so you don't want to kind of test it out and kind of get used to doing it. I usually just hold it for like 1 or 2 seconds, and I think that's enough. Can you use it on plastic? I think so. I don't know what I was doing the other day, but I was trying to see if I can burn a hole on paper with it, and it doesn't heat up to the extent that you can actually leave burn marks on your paper. So I'm thinking it is you could use it for plastic. I haven't tried it on my, because I'm wondering, you guys want to know if you can put it on your, what are those things called? On your, what is that thing called? On your tape gliders, your Scotch tape gliders. I have a personal message. Okay, let me look. Sorry. Just you work on a protective layer over your table. Michelle and Terry Inez haven't received their stamps yet. Okay, here's the reason why you guys haven't received your stamp sets. Because I've gotten so many emails in the past week that I literally need to filter through every single email that I have this weekend and write down every single name of folks who won a prize. So if you haven't received it yet, it's not because you're not gonna get it. It's because I have been getting so many emails lately, which is not a bad thing. I just need to learn to manage them better. So I will definitely go through it this weekend, make sure that I get everything in the mail on Monday for sure. But if you don't get it next week, stalk me, send me an email, because sometimes I can get bad about mailing stuff out. And again, it's because sometimes it gets lost in all of the emails. Now that I'm part of the Helmar educators, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, we chat a lot, and I have automatic alerts that come to my phone, and then of course I don't delete them, and then like everything else that is separate from that gets really, really lost, which is not good. So yes, please email me again if you want to just have me have the information like right away, because I haven't sent your stuff out, and I'm sorry, but you will get it next week for sure. So let's see. So then I'm just kind of gonna go ahead and start gluing down the pages, and I just took one of these regular sheets, and for this I think I'll just use my tape runner. I feel really bad covering up the back of this because this paper is really cute, but sometimes you gotta use it up, right? No paper hoarding, that's bad. And one of the things you'll find right now, I'm using my Helmar tape runner. This tape runner is super duper sticky. So once you put it down, this paper's not going anywhere. What's your street name? It's Becky. Too funny. So just put that like that. And then I just left little piece on the bottom empty. And it's because I cut kind of like just a little random strip. Let me move this over so that I have some more space. I'm kind of trying to work among a chaotic mess here. I think that's too funny, Leslie. What's your street name? She doesn't have a street name. Let's see if I have one that's already pre-cut that I can use. Okay, here we go. So all of the pages are 6 by 6, and then did I cut this right? No, just cut it again. And then I just take a random piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, remember this is a boys album, so even the paper has funky angles. That it actually adds some really cool effects to your mini. You know what's funny that you say that? I kind of have become obsessed with the sound of packaging, like when you open up a package, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but when you watch YouTube videos, folks are opening up packaging to show you their racks and that kind of stuff. That sound of that crinkled plastic is like my latest obsession. Is this your cutter? Isn't this funny? This is like one of those old school cutters, and I love it. And I have a Fiskar one, and I have a Cricut one, and I always go back to this thing. This is like my favorite. Did you cut the chipboard with your Cricut? Yes, I did cut the chipboard with my Cricut. So then the next thing I did was I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the letters because I wanted to lay it out before I glue it because I want to make sure that everything fits perfectly. So let's just grab a piece of paper, and this is just some scrap. And let me just grab, I know, I'm sorry, I didn't do any prep work before this other than cutting the Cricut because I was really swamped this week. So I'm just going to put the UR and then the Dinomite. So let's see what I have here. And this set that I'm using, I use on everything. It's Framed as Alpha by Unity. Do you have to use a deep cut blade for all the chipboard? No, I don't use, I don't have a deep cut blade at all. I don't own that. I use the multi-cut on my Cricut. So anytime I'm cutting something for chipboard, I do multi-cut and it automatically cuts it twice. I think I have it at if the last option is 5 or 6, I may have it at 5 for the 2 settings on the left, and then for my actual blade, I have it on 6. And the thickness of the paper is 0.22. That's what I found that works really well with the Cricut. And of course now I can't find my letters. So, and you see how I try to be organized with the letters because I don't put them back, I won't ever find them. But now I didn't do such a good job. So here goes U and here goes A. Okay, now I feel like I'm challenged. I can't spell. A-R. Let's see, A-R and E. Okay, so there goes that. Let's move this over before I lose some stuff. And for this album, I used mainly chocolate chip. So you can use any color brown or whatever color you like. I just like to really love using chocolate chip. My kids aren't old enough to tell me those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it with my 1-inch circle punch. So when I put them down on the paper, I kind of keep it close to the edge of the paper so that I know that I don't have to cut or do any kind of prep work to cut the circles out. You have this color. One of the things that I'm obsessed with, I love Stampin' Up! Stuff. So whenever I can get some stuff, I will. But the one thing that I love about them the most is their stamp pads. I'm pretty loyal to that. I'll buy anything of any other brand, but their stamp pads are kind of the thing that I use a lot. The only thing that I won't use from Stampin' Up! Is the Stampin' Up! Classic Black, because this is my favorite black. So Memento Tuxedo Black ink is the only black ink I'll use because I can use it with Copics, I can use it with pencils, I can use it with just about anything. So those are like my favorite things. Stampin' Up! Colored ink pads and Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Do you use craft or classic? I use classic for pretty much everything. I know a lot of folks like using, if you're embossing, they like using the, what are they called? The craft ones because they stay wet longer. But I emboss with the classic and it works really well. So I haven't had that issue. So I'm just going to cut these out. Yes, they have good cardstock. I like their cardstock too. I like theirs and I like Paper Tray Ink. They have really good cardstocks. when I'm just doing kind of like a project for the kids or for like the neighborhood for Halloween or something like that, I tend to just buy the packs for that they have available at Michael's or Joann's. But I find lately that you don't really want to skimp with the quality of your paper, especially for something that you want to keep forever. So while I try to be frugal, lately I've been buying a lot more Stampin' Up papers because I think their quality is a lot better. Hey Liz. Let me just look to see something. I'm so glad that the chat is working because I know past couple of days it's been really, really wacky. So you don't want to do. Wouldn't it be funny if you guys are not able to chat? So here goes my letters and they're all cut out. And one of the things I did on them was that I stitched around them. And I don't think I'm going to torture you guys with that. I can stitch it later. But move this album over. These are the double-sided adhesives that I use. They're Helmar Zap Dots and they're square. So I used their half-inch ones and their quarter-inch ones. I use these on everything. I am completely obsessed with these Zap Dots. I think they're amazing. I think the quality is great. And not only that, they're super inexpensive. And if you guys need some, I know you guys are always looking for something, go on Scraptastic's site. She actually has an online store, and you can find Helmar products on there. So just let me see. Is Becky still on? Becky, you may want to share your page so they can see. They can pick up some Helmar because I know folks are always asking about Helmar there. So because it's my cover, I'm going to use some of the bigger ones, and I'm just putting one behind each of the letters. Recollections is Michael's brand. Yes, that's the brand. I want to make sure that, you know, if I stick it somewhere, it's not going to get messed up. So make sure that they've got pretty good dimension on the back. Do they have good sales? Yeah, Becky has really good prices on her Helmar stuff. You have to check. Don't quote me on this one, but I think these Zap Dots are like under $2 maybe. And these packages are ginormous. I mean, the quarter-inch ones, it has 528 dots, and the half-inch one has 132 dots. So you get a lot of stuff. Yeah, she's like your resource for Helmar. I mean, there's a lot of other stores, obviously, but why go somewhere else when you can go to Becky? Oh, geez, I printed 2 E's instead of an O. Now I'm getting like Carrie from Prima. Can't spell. What did I do with my O? I lose it. I don't know if Becky mails to the UK. You asked Tracy to sponsor you? Oh, okay. Tracy's been like really, really busy. She's got a lot of stuff going on. So if she hasn't responded to you, it's not that she's not. She's actually very responsive. She also has 3 little kids, so I have no idea how she does it, running a big old company and also taking care of 3 little kids. So she's pretty awesome. So I'm just cutting the O out because, again, I forgot how to spell. you. I was spelling kind of ye instead of you. So I'll just take this scrap dot off of here. Oh, cool. Yeah. What's funny is that, what did I do with the U? Oh my goodness. I'm like brain dead today. Here goes the U. I did 2 R's and 2 E's. Now why did I do that? Just make a circle. I'm like forgetting everything. I can't even, I don't even want to imagine how many emails they get from folks that are interested, that want sponsorship. So as much as they probably want to be able to sponsor every single person that reaches out to them, it probably gets really, really hard to, one, be able to respond to everyone, and two, have the budget to give products to everybody. So I think I think that they try their best to do as much as they can. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I don't want to have the mailboxes of any of these companies because I don't even know. And a lot of them are really good about responding about everything, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I agree, Lisa. It doesn't hurt to ask. So worst case scenario, what's going to happen? They're going to say, no, we can't do it right now. But at least, they know that you're interested and that you're a follower and you love their products. And that within itself is an awesome thing. You refuse to get any older? Please don't go there. January, I am celebrating, probably, it's not a big birthday, I guess, but it is a birthday. So I'm planning something really fun for that week. I don't know if I'll turn it into a month-long thing, but I have a bunch of sponsors that have reached out to me because I've kind of started talking about it just randomly. So maybe I'll do, like, I don't know, a couple weeks of gift giving or something like that. What are wobbles? I missed the giveaway on. Oh, did you? Which birthday dress? Oh, I'm gonna be. How old am I gonna be? I think I'm gonna be 34. I swear, I think I have like early signs of dementia because I don't know. I forget everything. You no longer have special birthdays. Every birthday is special, Janet. So I'm just gonna put all of the zap dots on here, and see, these are really great for letters like these because they fit perfectly behind the letters. I actually I don't know, when you're younger, it's like everything goes by so quickly and you don't really pause to appreciate anything. I appreciate so many things now much more than I did ever. I guess you get wiser with age. So I actually I'm enjoying getting older. Even though I was crazy enough to have another baby. Little monster. I mean, it's funny because my hubby and I kind of were just saying, oh, we're gonna live it up. The kids are almost ready to go to college. We don't have to worry about anything else. And then one day we decided that it's not gonna be fun not having a kid around. So we probably need to have more. So who knows? Maybe we'll have more. We haven't just like completely said no to that. But obviously, we're not going to wait another 15 years before we do that because that wouldn't make any sense. So again, I'm putting a lot of zap dots on the back of this because it is the cover, and I don't want pieces bending and breaking off. Okay, let's see. So the way I adhered it like this, and I kind of want to be able to put the zap dots on the back of the dinosaur before I I adhere, so not so randomly. So all I did was I kind of, this pencil's not working. I drew a pencil line around it. So now I know exactly where to put the zap dot so that it is right on the page. Oh my goodness, your baby's 22. Yeah, I don't know if I did a really good job of that because I can't even see where I did the pencil mark. Okay, let me just do it again. And then you can always erase it after, but believe it or not, you won't even see it. Your baby's 32? Oh my goodness. Guess my baby's gonna be 32 one day too. Kids are so much fun. Like, it's amazing. Like, the baby's gonna be 10 months old, and he's just so alert. I mean, he'll be walking soon because he's really, really, really into standing up and walking around the couch and pulling himself. He has, like, really good upper body strength. I wish I had the upper body strength that little boy had. Hence why I haven't worked out in God knows how long. Teen years are not fun at all. Yeah, they're not. They are challenging. Grandkids are so much more fun. You're too funny. So you see what happens? I start chatting and then I'm still on like the first page. But believe it or not, this is probably the most time-consuming part of it because it is the cover and it has a lot of details on it. You see it's coming along, so that's kind of what the cover's gonna look like. And then one of the things I did on the back, let me see if I find another piece of paper. In order to create this pocket that I have here, I glued two pieces of chipboard together. So I just put glue on the top and the bottom so that I can tuck in the tag. So I'll do that next. If I can find my chipboard, what I do with it. Here we go. So here goes the chipboard. And before I even glue it, remember that I want to have those circles. So I just took this, and this is, I think, a 2-inch circle punch, and cut about halfway in so you get something that looks like that. Can you see that? So then you can tuck in your tag there. And actually, I should have, let me see if I find the paper that I used for this. Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. What did I do with that paper? Let's see. Oh, okay, here it goes. So I'm just going to cut another piece of paper for this. And these, and the pages again are just 6x6, so the 6x6 square, perfect. Where do you get your chipboard? I ordered my chipboard online. I order it on eBay, and I can send you the link if you just send me an email. Again, I know I'm horrible about sending prizes this month, but if you send me an email, I'll send you the link to the chipboard. And I think I mean you get like a box of like, I don't even know how many, 250 or so. And it cost me about 20 bucks. It was really, really cheap. And that was with shipping. So super inexpensive. So you see, this is kind of what it looks like now. I'll just need to glue it on. And I'll use this. Just smear, smear, smear. So there goes that. And then I'll just use my Helmer's 450 quick dry adhesive and just run a quick line down the bottom of both sides. And this is super duper adhesive, so you don't need to use very much, and it works really well to hold the pages together. So there goes that. So now that's finished. So now I'll just put my Dinomite on here somehow. What I didn't realize was that I put some zap dots in places I shouldn't have, but I'll take those off in a minute. Because part of the Dinomite actually lays on top of the dinosaur, so you don't need to put zap dots on that part. Yeah, you can use cereal boxes. I just got to the point that I was using so much of my cereal boxes that I didn't have any cereal boxes left, so I had to buy some. But it wasn't really expensive, or if not, I wouldn't have bought it. And I use it a lot enough that it was worth the investment. Because sometimes I feel like we buy some stuff that we think we're gonna use and then we never ever use it. Where's a cheap place to get this cinch binding? I actually don't use a cinch or anything for my mini albums. I just kind of just use those binding rings. So you see, I put way too many on here. I'll just put them back on the adhesive page. I want a bunch of chipboard from Creative Keepsakes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Creative Keepsakes had some really cool stuff. There's a bunch of companies out there that are having all kinds of sales, like warehouse sales too. I wish I lived in those states so I can go and get some of those sales. I think I need to find myself a crafty friend that lives in one of those states. I think that'll work too. HL didn't have them. Hobby Lobby. That's one of those stores that I don't go to very often because I get very confused when I go there. Like, it's so big and so overwhelming that I'll go in and I'll never end up getting anything, which is kind of weird. So here we go. So now I'll just kind of put somewhere I missed the spot. And then I'll tape these on. And again, I did a lot of white stitching on the front cover, but I don't want to waste too much time on that because you kind of know what that looks like. So let's take these little spots off. So there goes the cover. And then here's the back. And you see it's already glued on and there's that pocket in there. So then the next thing I did was I just took some cardstock. It doesn't matter which one, we'll just grab this one for. And I cut it 5 by 5. So this is what you have. And then I just took any coordinating color, and in this case I'll use this, and I don't know what the color is called. I think this is Dusty Durango. It might be one of the retired colors from Stamping Up. I just cut 2 of these 2-inch circles, and then I'll go back to this scrap. and I'll cut a little piece that looks kind of like a triangle. Actually, that's exactly what it is. It is a triangle. Where are you going, Leslie? So you see, just cut something that looks like that. And then I just put a little bit of adhesive here to glue the triangle. What are you guys buying? I'm like totally out of the loop. You don't have any Hobby Lobbies? We have a lot of craft stores around here, I think. Leslie lives really far. She's like way out in the country. So stores for her pretty far away. So then I kind of just put this in here because I want to know exactly where to put the circle so that it tucks in properly. So there goes that. And then now I'll just put the circle on one end. So you see it'll always fit perfectly if you tuck it in first. And then I'll take it out and then just put the other piece on so that I know that now it works well. So there goes that. And that's kind of how the first page works. So, see? So there goes the first of my pullouts. Yeah, I really like using punches. So whenever I can, I'll play with them. And this happened to, I wanted to find a way to make it look like they were like claws coming out, and this kind of worked out perfectly. So I was lucky that it worked. So let's see. Okay, so then for this page, I have some photos. Where did I put the photos now? Yeah, now I lost the photos. Oh, jeez. I hope they're not in the same place as my Helmer adhesives, because that wouldn't be good. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So here goes a photo of my little man on the rocking horse in the park. And I'm just going to cut him out really quick. Nothing too fancy. And this album, I kind of made it so it looks like the photos are pop-outs. A lot of times I just do perfect squares. But for this one, I wanted to have some fun with it because it was a kind of like, I made it kind of like a book for a baby. So I thought having his photos in it and being able to touch them and feel the dimension would be more interactive for him. So, and I'm hoping he'll keep these long enough that one day his kids can enjoy them too. Oh my goodness, I'm already talking about his kids. He's only 9 months. But, so this is that. And then I took a piece of just chipboard. And I probably could have cut both together, but I didn't. And then I just put some Helmer tape runner on here. And you see how sticky this is? Like, my fingers are like really stuck on here. So let's see. And I reinforced the photo with some chipboard because, again, I don't want this album falling apart on me. So then we'll cut this off. So we'll just really quickly cut around it. These pictures came out really great because they're really close up, so they're really pretty awesome for me to be able to cut them out and pop them up. So lately I've been trying to take more close-up photos of the kids so I can do more albums that include images like this. I'm not a very good photographer. I mean, you guys can see that from the photos that I post on my blog, but I am trying to get better at taking photos. Because what fun is it to make a project if you don't have a really good photo to put on it? Some YouTubes on punches. Yeah, I love punches. And again, I find that like these basic punches, different sizes, are pretty much all you need. The other ones are more for enhancements and details, but if you have like the basic circles and the scallops and even the flowers and the leaves, you can do so much with those. So I'll just put some zap dots on here. And one of the things you notice is that I haven't punched my holes yet, but I will do that now because I want to kind of determine where I'm going to be putting those next. So let me get my crocodile, which is what I use for this. And this is another one of those tools that I can't live without. It's perfect for my tags and it's perfect for my mini albums and just for just about anything. Punching a hole in a leather belt. It's a multi-purpose tool for sure. So for the cover, I think I cut 4 holes. So I'll cut 4 now. And then just kind of spread them out. They're like this 6-inch page, so I'm kind of doing one like every 1.5 inches. Because I'll put 4 of the binder rings on here. There we go. So now since I have the holes there, I know exactly where I can put my photos because obviously I don't want to cover up, put things in the way of the holes and then I have to move stuff around later. So it's really important to put the holes early on. The medium punch. You have the big bite. I have a big bite too, and the reason why I have both of them is because my Walmart, when they were remodeling, I think they had them on sale for like $10 for clearance. So I ended up buying both the big bite and the crocodile. And I don't use my big bite very much, but I did use it for a mini album that I made recently. So I'm glad that I did buy both because I didn't think I was going to use it, but I did end up using it a lot. So there it goes. Baby Lucas on this little rocking horse. And then for the tag, where did I put that? Okay. See, this is what happens when you work all day and then you come home and you're trying to make a project. Okay, here we go. So this is for this tag that I put on here, actually a little journaling tag. I'll show you the one that I made. This right here is basically the packaging of the stickers. So that's, I made my own with that. And then all I did is, this is actually another thing that I love. This marker right here is called the SIG Memory System Millennium marker. I love this thing. Love, 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 love this thing. So when I'm doing any kind of journaling, this is what I use because it's just really good quality. It's waterproof. It's archival. It writes really fast, and it's just really good. So, and then let me see, what did I write on this one? When you ride the horse is like a big boy. So just write it really quick. This is another thing that I've kind of learned to be a little more patient with the way I write, because in the past I would write really, really fast, and then it looked really sloppy, and you want to save something for a while, you don't want to write it super fast because then it doesn't turn out so cute. And obviously you want people to be able to read it. So okay. So kind of the way that I did it was on the front page it says you are Dinomite, and then each of the pages say how he is Dinomite. So for this one I wrote you are Dinomite when you ride the horse he's like a big boy. I know, not very creative, but I thought it was cute. So then I just cut this like a rectangle. There we go, really easy. Did you say that pen was Signo? No, it's Zig Memory System, and it's called Millennium, and it's pure black. But it's really fine point, and I love it. I think it's like let's see, 0.5 maybe. So see, there goes. I mean, nothing special. It's just a little piece of paper. And then what I did next was I just, here we go again with my inking up. Just grabbed my vintage ink and kind of inked out the edges. So it looks a little distressed. So you have something that looks like that. Yeah, it's super fine. That's what I love about it. Because even if you write really, really big, it kind of compensates for it. So I'll just glue this on here. And what's really great about this paper is that it actually has lines on it, so you can center it perfectly if you wanted to. If you want it to be a little bit anal. Not that I'm being anal or anything. So there, I did something like that, and then you see how here I left an extra longer piece. I'm just going to clip the edges off so that it looks like a tag. And I'm not using a template, I'm just kind of free-forming it. So there goes that. And then I'll cut a hole on the very top and then just run some ribbon through it. And the Imaginesque ribbon is really cool because it's like stripes and, let's see, here we go. Stripes and polka dots, and then there's one, the brown one, that has like these little footprints on it, which is cute. I think I'm going to use that one this time. I didn't use it before. And it's quite generous, I think. Let's see, how much? There's 4 yards in here, so a yard of each of the colors. What state is what in? I have 2 sizes. Who's going to send you a pen, Leslie? Oh, your mom. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, Leslie's mom has an online store too. Did you share the page with them? See, I need a mom who has an online store too. Maybe Leslie's mom can adopt me or something. I'm sure she could use another kid. So let me just pull some of this off. And then I mean, there's nothing fancy to this. I'm kind of tucking it in with the back of a pencil so I can pull it through. And obviously I'm not doing such a good job because the lead is still sticking out, so it's not pushing through. Leslie teaches some classes locally, and her mom comes and visits her, so she's really lucky. You work for your supplies. So I cut this one a little longer than I normally do because, again, I am very frugal with my supplies, but I'll trim it off. That's okay. So I'm just going to trim it at an angle. So it just has two little peaks. And then, let's see, I'll use some of these little zap dots that I accidentally pulled too many of before. So this is a really good way to use the packaging, especially if the company you're buying products from have pretty cool backgrounds on their packaging. So I think a lot of the companies are getting smart about that. They know that that's something that crafters are looking for. So they are adding a lot of really cool textures and designs to their packaging and leaving them pretty blank so that you could use them. So I think that's really, really smart. So here we go. So there goes that finished page. My little monster. And then I didn't do the white stitching, but I'll do it later. And I kind of just did the white stitching on, I don't know what are these things called, these little spikes on the dinosaur. And then I'll do the same thing on the front. So, and then obviously I'll do some white stitching on the letters and around these circles. So there goes that. You need glitter on the spikes? That's a good idea. So that's page 1 and 2. So then the next thing I'll do is, I should have done this before, but I didn't. I want to make sure that I have the holes in the same place for all my pages. So I'll just mark them off now and just cut them off. And all I'll do is I'll just, let me see, I'll use my black marker for this. Sometimes my pencil is just a little too light. I just run a hole through there. Do you like your story? I've been thinking about buying that thing. And especially now that it's just like $35. I know a lot of people that have bought them and haven't used them, so that's kind of the only thing that's keeping me away from buying it. Because I don't want to end up buying something that I'm not going to use. I have enough of that stuff already. Do you guys find that when you use your crocodile, they always get clogged and you have to kind of find something else to unclog them with? That drives me crazy. But I still think it's a cool tool. So I always find that I need to have something nearby that I can clean it out with. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to look up, see if you guys have any questions. I kind of have not been looking very much, but I know Leslie's doing a really good job of answering your questions. So thank you so much, Leslie, for helping out today. That's super awesome of you to do that. I'm just going to measure this, make sure that it is 6 by 6 because I want to make sure that all my pages are the same size. It looks like it's a little off, so. Yeah, it's a little bit off. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, and another thing that's really important, a lot of times when I do my holes, they're not all perfect, so I always make sure that I put an arrow so that I know which side is up when I'm decorating them, because I don't want to decorate them and then have them not match up once I try to put them together, because I've done that in the past and it's not fun having to redo your projects. So that's just my kind of safety tip to myself. Make sure I don't goof them up. Yeah, it's the only way I'll ever remember, because I know you can never make them perfect so that it's always the same, you know, the holds are perfectly aligned, so that helps me. So then, oh, and I guess I should have cut the papers too, but that's okay. I'll cut them now. So then for this page, I'm just gonna glue the page on. You put the glue on the wrong side of a piece of, yeah, that's even more frustrating. Oh my goodness. And then the thing is, you put the glue on the wrong side, and then you realize that was the last little piece of paper that you had, and now you can't use it anymore. That drives me crazy. I've done that once too many times. So there goes that. And sometimes if you want, I mean, it's easy if you cut all your papers ahead of time, because you can obviously pierce all the holes at the same time. I obviously didn't do that on this one, but that also is a time saver. I had a couple of scraps around here. Now I can't find them, but let's see. Let me look for them. I'm sure they're somewhere in this mess. Oh, here we go. See? I knew I had them. Okay. Upside down. Like making kind of realizing the opening's on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. See, that would drive me crazy. Wow. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun at all. So then for this page, all I did was I covered it with the yellow paper, and then I just got two pieces of kind of like, I think they're like 1.5 inches by 6 inches, and I took what is this, a zigzag scissor, and I'm just gonna cut a zigzag on here. So there goes one of them. We probably should have like a class on all the things we shouldn't do. Because I find that there's a lot more things that I know I shouldn't do now that I never knew before. Hey, I probably could use this for something. Let me keep this on the side. I never looked at that. There's two little pieces of zigzag for something, but they look like they could add some kind of detail somewhere. So let me just see if I can figure out what the next page is here. Oh, okay. And maybe I can cut it ahead of time. I keep misplacing all of my papers today. I don't know what I did with them. Where's that burlappy paper? Oh, here it goes. Perfect. So just cut this out. And I'm just cutting it 6 by 6. Tin foil to sharpen and wax paper to make them not sticky. I'm gonna have to try those. Knife sharpener. Yeah, sometimes my punches don't punch as well as they did before, and I'll run them through some tin foil, and that actually works, surprisingly. So yeah, that's a really good tip. Knife sharpeners. Bye, Becky. Thanks for joining. So there goes that. And I'll just put this page on here. Alright, so it's clear that I'm not going to be able to finish the whole album, but I'm hoping that you at least get an idea of some of the ways that I did it. and have some takeaways when you make your own mini albums. Again, I mean, use your creative liberty when making mini albums. I find sometimes when I'm just not really planning something and I just end up doing it really randomly, they turn out the best. So I don't lay out anything beforehand. I kind of just go and grab some random papers and start cutting and playing with them. And I find that I kind of lay out a lot of stuff before I glue it, just in case I don't like it. In the past, I would say, oh, this is how I want to do it, and this is exactly what I want on it. And then I ended up realizing that I hated that project. So I'm just cutting the holes now. And again, I probably should have done all of them in the beginning, but I didn't have all my pages pre-cut. So that's okay. It goes by pretty quick. So now I have the front and the back. And then I'm just going to take, again, this ink and just ink up these little shaggies here. So the little spikes is what I'm calling them, although they're just a zigzag, are getting all inked up. Yeah, that's an awesome, awesome tip. So then I'm just going to use my tape runner to put this on. And I want it to look a little lifted, so all I do is I kind of bend these so it's a little propped up. There we go, okay. And I'm putting first layer on and then the second one. So they're not even, but they both will show. Then you kind of have something that looks like that. And then let's find another one of the pictures of the baby. And this one's the one of him on the slide. Oh, look at this. I almost cut it with this. That wouldn't have been good. I wouldn't have been able to correct that if I goofed it up. So, just going to cut this out. And these are really, again, because the picture is so big, it's so easy to cut them. Yeah, I like creating a lot of pockets within the mini albums because I think that's the fun part of it, to, you know, kind of go through a page and then realize, oh my goodness, look, there's something here that you could have used. Oops, I forgot to do something here. See, I did the same thing I said I shouldn't do, right? I glued the paper on, and then I forgot to put the layer in between. So let's see if I can pull it off fast enough. Ah! See what happens when I'm not paying attention? I goof up my own projects. Okay, so good thing I didn't put that much glue on there. There we go. Pockets are really fun to make. And again, you don't have to go crazy with them. I think if you guys are available on Monday, it'll be really fun to see how I make the accordion mini album, because that one I had a lot of fun with. And it really is super, super easy. And all I did was my pockets are made with manila envelopes. I didn't even do anything to the envelopes. I just kind of distressed them and put them on there. So it's a really quick project to make, but turns out really, really cute. So let's see if this will dry up. Okay, I think that's okay. So again, this one's going to have one of those pockets too. And in this one, I'm just going to cut it in the center because this is going to be a center pocket. See, and now it doesn't want to cut because now I should have cut it before I put all the layers on it because then it gets temperamental. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'll just tear it off a little and then fix it. I use this punch all the time, so this poor baby is probably saying, please give me a break. Don't use me anymore. So I'll just finish it off like this. I find that some of the punches, you can't punch through too many layers, so with this kind of thing, you may want to just cut through each layer first. So you see, there goes the center one. And again, I'm just going to use 450 to run a line through the bottom and the top. It doesn't matter. You could also use the acid-free. I like this one better because it dries a little faster and it's really strong. So to hold the two chipboard pages together, I kind of prefer using that. Okay, so there we go with that. Let me clean up this area a little bit because you guys probably can't see very much with my mess. And again, I'm just going to put the baby's photo on here and cut it out again. Do you make a chipboard cover and back? Yes, I do. I do make a chipboard cover and back, but the back is really simple in this case. In this case, the back is just a really fun decorative paper, and I write the baby's name, and the month and year. Chipboards into paper bags for strength. Good night. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do the giveaway now because I know I told you guys that I would do it around 10:15. So how about this? Leslie, do you want to help me come up with a question or pick a number? What did I do with my scissor? Yeah, done the arms. Don't leave yet. Let's see. Yeah, I know, not a question, a number. So pick a number from, I guess, 1 to 25. And Leslie, you can pick a number. And then whoever comes closest to that number can win the mini kit for this album. So everybody go ahead and put your number, and whoever comes closest to the number that Leslie has in her brain will win the mini album. Let us know when you guys had a chance to enter your numbers and you're done. Just let me know when to look. You have a number? Are you typing without looking? That's quite creative, actually. Too funny. Don't worry, if you pick a number and someone else has it, we'll just do a tiebreaker or something. So don't worry if you have the same number as somebody else. We'll just do a tiebreaker. So did everyone pick their number already? All right, Leslie, you can look. Your number was 18. Okay, so did anyone have the number 18? Or I know Kat's had the closest number, right? Marl M35 had 18. Well, let's see. Now I don't know. All right, guys, you're gonna have to help me. Who had number 18? Love to scrap. Awesome. Okay. So I guess the winner is Love to Scrap. So go ahead and send me an email to info@kinderstample.com, and I'll be sure to get the mini album kit out to you. I'm still putting it all together, but I actually did a good job of cutting most of the pieces today. So I think I could probably get it out to you on Monday. So I hope you enjoy. Do you have a little boy that you can make it for? I'm sure everyone knows of a cute little boy somewhere, right? Awesome. That makes it even better. Yeah, I had so much fun with this, so I hope you really enjoy it when you get it. And again, the papers are so much fun that you can just cut and make whatever you like with them. It has like the cutest little designs that you can just improvise. I swear, I think I'm like losing my brain today. I keep putting papers down and then I can't find them. Oh, that's because they're on the floor. Okay. So then, the next thing I did was I cut out these little circles. Just look over here. Just look over here. Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking, I'm looking. I'm looking. Love, look, Scrappy had 17 at the start. 2 people said they have 18. Mom picked 18 first. Somebody picked 17, and then I picked 18. So I picked it first. Okay, I'll let you guys tell me who got it. Was it Marl M35 or was it Love to Scrap? Oh no. I didn't see so I'm gonna kind of rely on you guys to tell me who won it because I honestly wasn't looking and didn't see who picked what. And I think you guys will be fair. Should we do it again? Oh no. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just give it to you, Kelly. Aw. Do it again? Is that the fair way to do it? Okay, so if we do it again, this time just pick one number, but if someone else picks your number, don't pick another number because then we'll just do a tiebreaker. Is that fair? I want to make sure that whatever we do is fair because I honestly didn't see it. And if 2 folks are saying that they had the number and some people are saying one had it and the other one didn't, I don't think we can fairly decide who had it because we can't scroll up anymore. Just do the tiebreaker between Marlon and Loves to Scrap. Okay, that's fair. Okay, I think that's fair. So let me see. Should I do the tiebreaker? Yes. Okay, between 1 and 10. So Marlon and Love to Scrap, just pick a number between 1 and 10. And let me just. Okay, I actually have a number. Are you guys done? 6 and 7. Okay. So here, so you guys can see what number I was looking at. I was looking at the number 4 and 450. So whoever was closest to the number 4 is going to win the kit. Okay, so did Marlon win? Okay, I feel really bad. Love to scrap. Send me your address anyway, and I'll try to put together as much of the stuff as I can for you to get a kit as well. I may not be able to give you all of the embellishments because I really don't have, but I just want to be as fair as I can. So I'll send you some stuff too. Is that fair? Yeah, I don't want people to be disappointed that they didn't win. Especially when they thought they won initially. That's a bummer. I know I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So just to be fair, I'll send both you guys some stuff. You had 18 too. Forget about it, Lisa. You're done. I'm not sending you any. You're too funny. No, that's fine. I'll do it. Just send me your address and I'll send it out. That's not a big deal. I definitely have chipboard and I can definitely send you the dinosaurs. That's for sure on the cut. So, and I do have some extra paper, especially if I cut them into 6x6. There's plenty for everybody. So definitely send me your information. You won Helmar and Westcott. Yeah, I want them too. They're super awesome companies. Are you up to no good, Leslie? I think you're up to no good. Don't worry, Leslie. I'll send you something too because you were my lovely Vanna tonight. So you see what I did? I'm kind of chatting in that. I just cut out the little circles from the paper and I propped it up on some Zap dots. So that's kind of how that looked. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make another one of these my super fancy tags. So I'm just cutting a piece of paper again. Nothing fancy at all. Make sure it's not too big because obviously, you make a mini album and then you make another one and stuff doesn't always fit the same way. You don't even own a dress? Do you want to meet my Vanna next week, Lisa? You guys are too funny. So I don't have an extra sticker that says explore, so I'm just gonna write it in. So this one says you are dynamite when you explore new things. So just gonna write that. Lisa, you're too funny. We need to see a picture of that, so I think you should take a picture of that as soon as you do it. Make sure you post it on Facebook so everyone can see it, or post it on your blog. So that could be your next blog post. So funny. Jess, are you giving your second dino to someone? Yeah, to myself. I'm making the first one for the baby and then the second one for me to keep. That was the baby's book. I try to make 2 of all the albums I make for my kids so I can give them one and then keep the other. that's why I don't make many albums, because who has the time to make two? That's why I'm glad that I do these classes on Ustream now, because it gives me a chance to do much more twos of something than I ever did before. Good night, Bronny. Thanks for joining. I think Bronny was on from like New Zealand, right? Oh my goodness. It's so amazing. So you guys are coming to my blog, huh? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you let us know about it. But don't forget that Helmar's having their first Ustream on Monday, so you're going to have to join me for that one. So, ah. So there goes my other little tag journaling spot, as they call them. Again, I'm just going to prop them up on some Zap Dogs. She has a Monday class. Awesome, Lisa. Yeah, tell your friends to join. I'm sure Tracy has something up her sleeve for Monday. Sure, she's got all kinds of prizes and stuff. I hope. So, and what's really awesome that we're going to consistently do them on Monday. So there's going to be a different designer featured every single Monday. I think we're going to kind of alternate. And there's 4, and I keep calling them designers. We're Helmar educators. And some of them may actually do some afternoon classes, because some are stay-at-home moms. So that's awesome. Like, give an opportunity for folks that are not in our time zone to see those shows as well. So I think that'll be really great. So Sandy, you'll be able to see the show really early. Unfortunately, I can't ever do a Monday early show because I do work, but I will try. Yeah, Helmar is always giving away stuff. They're super, super generous. So if you're not a fan of them on Facebook, you have to be. So there goes this page so far. And you see how it's really more about the photo than anything else. The other things are kind of just embellishments. Just really simple embellishments. Yeah, blog hops are super duper 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 fun. And some people say, oh, why should I leave a comment? I'm never going to win. Believe it or not, the probabilities of you winning a prize on a blog hop are really, really high. Because even though a lot of people participate, generally it's just like a couple hundred, if that, who leave messages. So, and we're always, I mean, I tend to be really generous with the prizes. I give away a lot more of the stuff that I get than I keep. So I usually, like, I'll create a project with the product, and then whatever else I have extra, I just give it all away. Because I want you guys to be able to try out the products as well. So I think that's really fun. Yes, Terry knows. What did you win this time, Terry? Was it Zapdos? I don't remember now. I have to look at my what do you call that thing? At my email this weekend. I swear I'm gonna clean it up. Leslie needs Zapdots in her life. Don't worry, Leslie, you'll get some Zapdots. We'll take care of you. The sad thing is that, like, the stuff that I get from Helmar, I use it up so quickly that I have to go buy some more when I run out. I guess that's not a sad thing. I guess that's a good thing. But I truly do use Helmar on everything, especially the Zapdots. I love them. They're awesome, awesome. And again, they're super cheap. Becky has them, I think, for like $2 or something like that. And they have like, there's like 500 of them on in the little mini packs. And the mini packs are not even that many. They're a 1/4 of an inch in size. These darn nails. Sometimes I feel like my nails should be really short all the time because if not, I can't craft or do certain things. And this is just the only reason I'm struggling now is because I refuse to use the little dabber. Being stubborn. There are your gold dots. Did you win some, Lisa? Go beg for supplies. Yes, 528 of them. Oh, sugar. Fighting with this thing. Alright, let's try another one. I wish I had, like, sweaty fingers right now. So, there we go. Nuh-uh. All I meant to say was, oh, sugar. Ever since I had kids, I don't really ever curse. I have like all of these made up versions of curses, and the kids always know what I want to say, but I don't say it. That's all that matters, right? Do I need to remove you from the room? Yes, Leslie, log me out. Yes, code mommy. That's exactly what it is. When the kids' friends come over, they all laugh at me because they're like, we know what you're trying to say. I have no way. And I'm like, no, you don't, because that's what I said is what I meant. So let's see, hopefully this will warm up. Alright, so I think I'm going to make this my last page. I know, I'm sorry. I tried to do the whole book, but I kept yapping. There was a mommy of a friend of mine growing up that always said, foot for... That's funny. Oh no. What happened? It looks like it's refreshing. I don't think it's shut off because the recording hasn't shut off. So I hope you guys can see me. Oh, okay. Because I got a black page with a circle on it, so I don't know what's going on. I wonder if it's because there's a delay and you guys... Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. It's working. So, there you go. I just put a few of those little glam rocks on the circles just to add a little more embellishment. So you see, you can always glam up a little boy's mini album with these little glam rocks. They work really, really well. And I think they're like $3.99 in like Michael's. And I think they come with, there's like literally like 300 in here. I've used these a gazillion. And they're still bunch in there. Yeah, not too much. So here goes the first page we made. And then here goes the second one. My little man with his little faux hawk. And then here goes the third one. So I think I'm going to stop here. And then we could probably just stay on and start chatting. And if you guys want, I can probably do a follow-up class to finish the other pages, but I think you kind of get an idea of how I made them. So whatever you guys decide, it's up to you. Like I'm attempting to clean up. dark pink. Pink is a good color. So I think I'm going to stop the recording now, and then I'll just stay on for a little while to chat. All right? So here we go.